All right, we have a question related to the execution of a search warrant by ICE agents at Buena Forqueta, a local San Diego restaurant here in South Park. If ICE or if law enforcement has a warrant for a person or a place, do they get to handcuff and search everybody else at that same premises? The answer is generally no. In 1979, the Supreme Court decided a case called Ibarra versus Illinois. The police got a tip that a bartender at a particular tavern was selling drugs. They got a warrant to search that particular tavern and that particular bartender. But then when the police got there, they detained everybody in the premises and searched them for weapons, a total of about a dozen people. The Supreme Court held that the search and the seizure of the other patrons and the other employees in the bar violated the Fourth Amendment, that the Fourth Amendment requires individualized suspicion for each person detained and searched, that the warrant for the bartender and the tavern did not give probable cause and did not give suspicion to seize and search everybody in the place. Now, the rules are slightly different for the execution of a search warrant in a home, but Ibarra versus Illinois is clear that when it's a public place during business hours, generally a warrant for one person or several people does not allow the detention of the entire premises. Now, how does that apply to the case with Buena Forqueta? If eyewitness accounts and the news is to be believed, ICE agents detained all of the employees and handcuffed them and searched them, even though they were only looking for certain people who were alleged to be living and working in the country without papers. In that situation, like Ibarra, there is not probable cause. There's not individualized suspicion for every person that was seized. The argument would be that there was probable cause and individualized suspicion for, at most, specific people named in the warrant. Attorneys would, and I think will, argue that detaining and searching all of the employees within the premises violated the Fourth Amendment, just like in the Ibarra case. It stands to reason that not every employee, and certainly no patrons of Buena Forqueta, were all committing immigration offenses. And so there would not be probable cause or reasonable suspicion to detain everybody on a warrant designed for a few. So I think most attorneys would argue that a wholesale detention under a warrant for some people in a public place during public business hours violates the Fourth Amendment.